Hello everyone. Right, big question today. Is the number 13 unlucky? Possibly. There appears to be some evidence to suggest that the number 13 is quite an unlucky number in some respects. And I'm just going to have a look at that now. The number 13 is associated with bad luck in some countries, that is true. It has a specified phobia, which I have the name of here, which I'm just going to try and read. Triskaidekaphobia. Triskaidekaphobia, there you go. Triskaidekaphobia is the phobia of the number 13. So there you go. We've learned something new already today. It's an unlucky day, in particular when it's combined with Friday the 13th. It seems to be quite unlucky. Although why that is, there are numerous reasons. One of which is that it was on the day of Friday the 13th, after a final crusade, the Pope had sent out men to capture and burn alive the last 13 Knights Templar in order to put an end to the Crusades. They've always thought a bit unlucky that day. Another theory states that the number 13 is unlucky because when in years there were 13 full moons instead of 12, it made it very difficult for the monks who were in charge of the calendars. So, apparently if you annoy a monk with anything, they go, well, it's unlucky. So, yes, certainly an interesting one, but I'm not all that convinced, to be honest. The number 13 I don't think is particularly more lucky or unlucky. I think people make it unlucky. I think by leaving out 13 floors on apartment buildings or 13 houses on streets, you get 12 Derwent Square and 14 Derwent Square, and there's no 13 Derwent Square. I think that's a bit silly. And I don't particularly think number 13 is particularly special, at least to me. I mean, when I think of the number 13, I think Park Ji-sung, who wears the number 13 shirt for Manchester United currently. And to be honest, I think it's a perfectly fine number. I've no real problem with it. It's an odd number, and it is an odd number. It's a prime number. Nothing wrong with that. So 7. 13 is actually seen as lucky, though. I think it should be pointed out. In Sikhism, the number 13 is considered to be a special number, since 13 is Terra in Punjabi, which also means yours, as in, I am yours, O Lord. The legend goes that when Guru Nanak Dev was taking stock of items as part of his employment with the village merchant, he counted from 1 to 13 in Punjabi, as one normally does, and thereafter he would just repeat Terra, since all items were God's creation. That's quite nice. The merchant confronted Guru Nanak about this, but found everything to be in order after the inventory was checked. April the 13th also usually turns out to be, I'm terrible with pronunciation, sorry, Vaisakhi each year, which is the Sikh New Year, and a major Sikh holiday. So there you go. And on the subject of number 13, not just Park Ji-sung has won the number 13, lots of other famous sporting people have won the number 13. Just going through, Wilt Chamberlain wrote the number 13 on his jersey throughout his basketball career. He was very, very successful. Steve Nash, another quite good basketballer, wears the number 13. Yao Ming's also managed it, and both in terms of football, both Gerd Müller and Michael Ballack, both very, very good players for Germany, have won the number 13. So, 13, it's not terrible. It's not awful. In my own personal opinion, I think that the number 13 is perfectly fine. And I think everyone should stop being so silly about it. Now, the number 1026, there's a number you should all be worried about. Bum, 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 bum. Anyway, just a bit of a joke there. That's all for today. Thank you for listening in, and yes, it was nice to have a point instead of dancing. I will try to never do that again, because I think it's always better to have something to say than to see me dance. Anyway, that's all for today, and I'll see you all later. Bye!